live together, you know? Guys, I'm gonna ask the question. Are you ready for the next comedian, guys? Fuck yeah! Guys, let's hear it to Daniel, guys!
Hello everyone, how are you? Thank you, Shachar. I like that guy. I used to watch him all the time. Ever since I was a kid. I used to go back home from school, spring to the TV, and put on Tzchok Ma'avoda. Anybody remembers that show?
Yeah!
It was an old stand-up show. Wow, okay. It was an old stand-up show Shachar was on. It was so long ago that I must have been like this tall when I watched him. Shachar was also about this tall when I watched him. He's still about this tall. But don't let anyone tell you you're short, Jeff, okay? You're not short, you're compact. You're compact to me. So funny you should mention Dubai, because I just got back from Dubai. I've been the last week with my family. And let me tell you guys, Dubai really is something else. But at first we were a little worried to go there, because we're from Israel, and you know, it was the first time there, and our first time in an Arab country. I saw maybe 5 Arabs there. I saw 1,000 Indians, 1,000 Asians, 20,000 Israelis, but only like 5 Arabs. So, in case we were worried about being alone in an Arab country with no other Israelis, don't worry. They all came with us. I'm pretty sure some of you came with us. So, excuse me. There were a few familiar things in Dubai. One, all of Israel was there. But 2, I saw a bunch of different Shachar Chassons. Shacharim Chassonim.
שחרים חסונים.
I don't know why, but some of the people there, especially some of the local workers, really look like Shachar. I don't know if it's the looks or the attitude, because they're all super nice, super energetic, just like Shachar. I don't know why he's dying, that's not even a joke. For instance, you can imagine that in such a combination, it was very, the service was really something different. I was in our hotel, at the lobby, and I went to my room. And the guy there in the elevator, whose entire job it is to press the elevator button for you, that's how much money they've got. They got a guy who presses the elevator button for you, in every elevator. That's like 12 guys. Anyway, this guy, this Shachar Chasson of the elevator, it's kind of funny putting Shachar responsible for pressing buttons, because like, what if you want to go up? Then, 81. Shachar, I needed 101. Walk, kapara, walk. But the guy there in the elevator, he told me, he saw me and he told me, Sam, you need a mask. I told him I forgot mine. So he looked at me, he told me, wait here, and left. Now I don't know where I could have gone, because he didn't press the button. That's like his entire job. This guy went sprinting to get me a mask from the front desk. Sprinting. Here in Israel, you ask a guy for a mask, he's gonna say, yeah, I got one right here. לאן אתה שם, momo? But yeah, I saw a bunch of different Shachar Chassons. I saw a bunch of small, different Shachars. So regular size Shachars. I saw an Indian Shachar. He says, kapara, kapara. I saw an Asian Shachar. He says, kropa! Very angry, kapara. Have you ever seen an Arab Shachar? He says, kapara. It might have actually been Shachar if you were also there. But we went to the desert in one of the days, my dad and I. We got a razor to drive around. We like fucking this.
Wait a minute, we have a problem here.
Wait a minute.
That's Kapara. Wait a minute.
כפרה!
Fine, right? That's like your loss. I'm the one talking. I hear myself. No, you gotta hear me. But we got a razor to drive around. My dad went first. Went super fast. Ripped the sand. I was right after him. And it was at that moment that I realized that I don't know how to drive a razor. I don't know how to drive into the desert. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I follow a guide. He goes up the side of the dune. I don't. I was supposed to. I started to. And then went straight down. But every once in a while we stop to take pictures and look around at the view, because we don't have pretty deserts in Israel. We needed to go to Dubai to see one. And it was there when I saw what has to be the weirdest job ever. I saw a bunch of Arab dudes driving around an ATV, a truck to Rome, with a falcon on their arm. Baz Ariel, Betractoron. And the whole
Betractoron.
job is to follow you around and ask you, you want to pet the falcon? 20 dirham. You want a photo with falcon? 100 dirham. You want a photo with Ahmed? 1 dirham. But I guess they don't talk to each other because every time I drive around, sliding off everything, I look behind me and there is always an Arab dude driving a tractor road, holding a falcon. Have I said this enough to understand how weird that is? And some of the birds had a little helmet to cover their eyes. They looked scary as shit. So you want to tell me someone thought it was a good idea to drive behind you on the tractor road, holding a falcon, a blind falcon on their arm, who's probably really pissed off at this point from all the bouncing around, and then put it on you and ask for money? That sign is not good for them, guys. And with that, thank you so much.
Guys, let's hear it for Daniel, guys! Look at him, he's amazing! Wow, he's beautiful, guys. Ladies, where do you go?
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.